morning and welcome to today's analysis. Today is 15th of April 2026. Of course, it is Wednesday. Yeah, where is it? So today is 15th of April 2026. Of course, a Wednesday. So we'll be looking at what we're expecting on the Forex market. We then focus back to the technical aspects. As usual, we have to go first to the fundamentals to see what the major news you have to expect later on in the day. Remember, you are focused on United States dollars, which is USD. And for today, you can see right here, Wednesday, the April 15th, we don't really have any major news coming up from the United States dollars today. So that means we are going to go on our technical aspect. All right, on the technical aspect, we choose some traders today, of which I will explain. I'm sure you already know the trade because I actually analyzed it previously before that trade actually came up. So we'll be moving straight up to the pound dollars. Now, here is the actually suggest is actually choosing to clean up these previous structures marked earlier in the previous analysis. And just in case you don't watch the analysis, you can actually check the previous video. It's actually well explained there. Now, in that previous analysis, I actually said, now looking at this zone seems to be a level the market is not really able to break below. First, remember, it's had to pull above the. We saw this pullback where it actually stopped here, and losing momentum means that there are some buying pressure around this level that do not allow this these bears to actually go below this. So I said the market should go up again below the because it's actually open with a gap earlier. So what I said was that I actually expect that gap to be filled up. So if that market gets filled up and that's seeing bearish momentum, the market is likely to break below this and get down to this next level. But then I said I'm very much bullish on pound dollar, on BTCUSD and XAUUSD. So that means I'm looking for buy side. Whereby I've said I'm looking for a trade to come up. If I can see a buy, a pull above this, I see a retest on that I'll be going long on pound dollar, and that's exactly what really happened. So let's go to the 2-minute chart. Let's confirm. So I can show you my entry and where I actually took it from. All right. So here's actually what really happened. Now, when this actually happened, after this pullback here, I saw this move into this. I saw this pullback again. I saw this move. I entered with this candlestick. I can remember very well. This was where I entered. And when I told them my stop loss actually placed below there, I was like, okay, just in case you want to retest this again, then actually getting below the shows that you have chance of the market getting back to retest this. So then I put my stop loss somewhere around there and I enter somewhere here. And actually target them, my 1 is to 2, and that actually go to my take profit. All right, so that's for the pound that was for yesterday. So let's forget about yesterday's trade. So I'll be cleaning up everything marked previously so we can have a better chart. Now going back to the 4-hour chart to see what we are expecting. Okay, let's go to the daily. Now daily chart, we can actually see there's a level right here. Okay, so let's go back to the 4-hour chart now. So now what's doing? You can see on the 4-hour chart, that level is actually very, very strong. That actually is the daily level. So now let's focus on what really happens here. Now you can see totally that there is totally indecisiveness. We have some bearish candlestick, we have some bullish candlestick, telling us that both the bears and the bulls are really trying their best to hold this level. But then for me, I think the bulls are going to hold. Why? Because you can see most of these candles actually close with an injection wick below them. Now what does that tell us? That most time the bulls end up closing up the candlestick. But there's no confirmed until you see a bullish candle fully close into this level, then that's when we'll be going long again. But if that does not happen, we're gonna see if you see the bears getting this below, you want to see a change of structure before you go bearish. I told you overall, I'm still very much bullish on pound dollar. So I'm looking for a buy setup where I'm expecting a bullish candle to fully close above this, and I think of going long. So I'm going to get to the 15 minutes candle or to 15 minutes chart to see what really I'm expecting. Let's mark that with the path. So what I want to see, I want to stop somewhere around there. I want to see a move out of this, then break above each one previous high again. The think of going long. Of course, stop loss is going to be below this and take profit again. 1 is to 2, or better stay and leave it open. So that's for pound dollar. So let's go to the next one, which is BTCUSD. All right, the same thing. So I actually took buy 2 on BTCUSD. It was good, and I didn't take any trade yesterday. So let me just clean all this stuff. I'm going to explain how I took it again. All right. So let's go get to the 4-hour chart to see what we are expecting today. Are we expecting a bearish move or a bullish move. Now this seems to be seeing some bearish move. Why? Because you can see it already breaking below a major level, which is around here, but then we still have something nice here. Okay, so we have something that's nice around this level. So that's what it is going. Is it gonna come back, it tells it, then continue? But remember I said I'm still very much bullish. So let's see if it's just gonna come back, it tells it, they start showing signs of bullish momentum. The times I've been more than glad to go long on this somewhere around this level, stop loss below this. Then take profits can be open or minimum of 1:2 weeks to reward ratio. So please do well to actually add this also to your analysis. And then remember, if anything happens, you start seeing it, changing structures, then that's what you do for bearish trade. But for now, I'm looking for bullish trade. Remember, in my next analysis, I'll be telling you what really I end up doing. Is it bullish or bearish? But just do what I told you. So long as I'm very much bullish, so long as the market is still above this level, but then if I start seeing it going below it, which I really don't expect, but then remember, most times you might not really expect it, but the same market doing totally opposite. So if I see something like this happening, that I've been more than glad on going short on it. But what I really expect is continuation of this bullish movement. All right, so that's that on BTCUSD. So here goes the final one, which is XAUUSD, popularly called gold. All right. Okay, the same thing too, but then I really didn't take trade on gold yesterday. Since I already had 2 profitable trades, I felt like there's no need going on gold. And remember, gold is actually very, very volatile. So let's go back to the 4-hour charts. Kind of similar to what we saw previously on that, but then that's why I say I'm still very much bullish. Yeah. The of storage, but then for me, this is not validated yet. I still expect the bullish move on gold. So let's see what really happens as day goes by. I want to see the market closing above this again, then I think of going long on gold. So this is what I actually expect today also on gold. So let's see how really the market plays out. Remember, my next analysis I'll be telling you what really I ended up doing. And just in case this is the first time coming across this video, we do this every single time. Drop an analysis on what you're expecting. And remember, we don't do this for the Forex market, we also do this for the synthetic market. So do what actually join us in the next video. So you can use this as a guide to your own personal analysis to have a better view, a better perspective for what you expect each single day in the market. That said, I wish you a profitable day trade ahead. Please ensure you stay safe, you trade safe, and don't risk more than you can afford to lose.